Welcome to On With The Show, where we delve into the intriguing stories that have shaped the world of performing arts. I'm your host, Leo Sullivan. Join me as we lament the early passing of Ballerina Emma Livry, a death that sent the ballet world into mourning. So without further ado, let's dive into the spotlight and explore the stories behind the curtain. This is On With The Show. The Romantic era of ballet was renowned for its often tragic love stories such as Giselle or Ondine. But perhaps the greatest tragedy of ballet's Romantic era was the death of Emma Livry. Emma was born on the 24th of September, 1842, the illegitimate daughter of ballet dancer Célestine Amourot and French diplomat Baron Charles de Chassiron. Emma began dancing under the tutelage of Madame Dominique and attended the Paris Opera School. She possessed such technical prowess and delicate epaulement that even at a young age, a gloriously successful career seemed guaranteed. On the 19th of October, 1858, at the age of 16, she made her debut with the Paris Opera Ballet at the Salle de la Pelletière as the Sylph in La Sylphide, where she was spotted by Marie Taglioni, who had originated the role. Taglioni decided to stay on in Paris to teach Emma, who reminded her of herself as a young woman, choreographing the role of Farfalla in La Papillon, specifically for Emma. Her performance was described in the Revue et Gazette Musicale de Paris as so ethereal and diaphanous, she bounds and leaps as no one else could do. She skims over the ground, the water, and the flowers, apparently without touching them. On the 15th of November 1862, Emma was rehearsing the role of Fenella in Auber's opera La Muette de Portici. Making her second act entrance, she shook out her long, finely layered, billowing tulle skirt while standing too close to the exposed gaslights, setting her costume aflame. A method of fireproofing costumes was available, however most performers were opposed to it because it discoloured and stiffened the fabrics. Panicked and in flames, she ran across the stage 3 times, clasping the burning dress to her torso out of modesty. Following the extinguishing of the fire, her face was undamaged, but her burns were extensive. According to the doctor in attendance, her thighs, waist, back, shoulders, and arms were burned, and her undergarments were melted on. Marie Taglioni, who was watching the rehearsal, rubbed makeup grease into her wounds in the mistaken belief that it would act as an ointment, when in fact it trapped the heat and prolonged the burning. Emma suffered for months, yet remained opposed to fireproofed skirts, saying, "Yes, they are, as you say, less dangerous, but should I ever return to the stage, I would never think of wearing them. They are so ugly." In 1863, she was moved from her home in Paris to the Neuilly-sur-Seine. Her wounds reopened and she succumbed to septicemia at just 20 years old, after 8 months in pain. After her funeral at Notre-Dame de Lorette in Paris, she was buried in the Cemetery de Montmartre. The surviving parts of her charred skirt, as well as part of the belt used that day, can be seen in the Musée de l'Opéra in Paris.